Well, what's up guys, it's Dr. Ray here, coming at you with another video, and well, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about just a really brief market update, and then what I wanted to really talk about was the upcoming Animal Farm launch by Forex Shark. In my last video we talked about the Manor Farm, and now the layer 2, which is called the Manor Farm, the Animal Farm, is going to be coming out. So let's get into it guys, but before we really jump into it, I wanted to remind you, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, follow me on Telegram, because look, videos are going to take a while to come out, and in crypto things move lightning quick. So if you want the quickest, fastest updates on information, you got to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Telegram. Ideally follow me on both. We had some fire drops, some fire projects that came out this last week. If you guys are into NFTs, you would have seen that I talked about the Azuki project, which really exploded, and there just wasn't enough time to make a video. So you gotta follow me on Twitter. Project like that started off at 1 ETH mint, and currently is up to about 6.6 ETH. So if you want calls like that, you gotta follow me on Twitter. Okay, so let's get into it guys. Taking a look at the market first. Yeah, things are not so good. We had some basically bad news that came out today, and the markets in general prior to this were really on a downtrend. There's a lot of fear in the market, a lot of uncertainty, and prices have come down. But at the end of the day, I personally don't care when I look at things like this. Like, I've survived enough drawdowns in the price of 50 to 80% that drawdowns like this, I just don't really care, because we're in this for the long term, right? And as long as your investments are sound, as long as you're investing in solid long-term projects like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and other projects, you're not taking too much risk and you're taking profit, then you're fine, right? So it is what it is. But let's focus on the meat of the video, which is the Animal Farm. So as you guys know, Manor Farm came out. We talked about in the last video. If you guys had hopped in at any point, you would have killed it. Manor Farm was insane. Rev ended up finishing off at around like $260. At this point, if you've been keeping up with the Telegram and everything, and my Twitter and everything, you would know that the pre-sale is already done. So you would have already had to have swapped your Rev that you accumulated in layer 1, which is the Manor Farm, for the proxy token, which is called it's basically just a proxy token, and then you'll receive basically your appropriate dogs and pigs tokens when the Animal Farm V2 starts. So I know there's gonna be some people watching this video that have no idea what the Animal Farm and the Manor Farm are. So what I want to do is just do a quick recap, and then we'll talk about the Animal Farm mechanics itself. So quick recap, basically at the end of so you had Manor Farm, which is the version 1 of the farm. You basically had the main token of the farm called the Rev token, and people were farming to accumulate Rev. Some people would have been selling Rev to take profit, and there was also people that had some Rev from the initial Manor Farm presale. So the Manor Farm itself lasted 2 weeks, and then it completed. At the end of the completion of the Manor Farm, anyone that decided to hold on to their Rev was allowed to convert their Rev into the upcoming new tokens at a 20% discount. And that 20% discount is a 20% discount from the listing price. So if you have the Rev token, right, and you're holding the Rev token, then you're allowed to buy at a 20% discount, right? And so that's a 20% discount of the listing price. Okay. What Forex is also going to be doing is he's going to be doing a secondary raise, and that raise is in BUSD. Okay, so BUSD, and anyone that buys with BUSD is going to receive is going to be getting that at a 10% discount. Now remember, when we say discount, we mean that's a 10% discount or a 20% discount from the listing price. Okay, so the listing price will be, I don't know what it'll be, but say it's $100. Okay, then that means the listing price is $100. Okay, so the starting price starts at 100. That means whoever bought it in BUSD is getting a 10% discount from this starting price. Okay, so if they bought $100, right, they're getting an extra 10% of their $100 worth compared to the listing price. Okay, so they're getting a discount, basically a 10% discount, and people that converted their Rev tokens are getting a 20% discount. Okay, now the price of Rev is if you were holding one Rev token, then your one Rev token is equal to the price of Rev when the Manor farm ended. So when Forex pulled the liquidity from the Manor farm, that is how much your Rev was worth. So I don't know what it was off the top of my head, but let's say, for example, I think it was around 250 or 260 or something like that. So that means if you had one Rev token, your one Rev token is worth 250. Okay, and then your 250 that you contribute to the pre-sale, you'll be getting a 20% discount. Okay, so this is done now. This is irrelevant. If you weren't holding Rev or you didn't convert Rev, this is irrelevant. If you were, then you probably already know the mechanics of the farm. Okay, so BUSD raise. So this BUSD raise is ongoing. Okay, there's a form in the Animal Farm Telegram that you can go and fill out, and if you are selected, you'll be able to contribute. I think it's $500 or $1,000 to the BUSD pre-sale. Okay, in total, he's going to be raising, from what I last heard, $1.3 million. Okay, of that 1.3, okay, because remember, in Manor Farm there's one token, the Rev token. Okay, and this is the L1, so layer 1 farm. Okay, in the L2 farm, which is the Animal Farm, there's two tokens. Okay, there's the pig token. Okay, and then there's the dog token. Okay, pig and dog. This 1.3 is going to fund the LP of these two tokens. Okay, and a little bit, a very small amount, just 100K, is going to be used for other costs, audits and all this other stuff. But of this, 600K and 600K is going to fund the initial liquidity. Okay, so he's going to take pigs, whatever amount of pigs tokens, whatever amount of dogs tokens, and it's going to fund $600,000 of LP, $600,000 of LP. Okay, so people ask, okay, but what about the money that he got from Rev? Because there was Rev LP, right? That money that he pulled from the Rev LP, okay, he's going to take, from last I heard, remember, things can change, 60% of that, okay? 60% of that money, which is a lot, it's several million, is going to be used for pig token emissions. Okay, what does that mean? Remember, the pig token is the governance token of the Animal Farm. Okay, so what does that mean? So people that take their pig token and they stake it, right, in the whatever it's called, the pig bank, pig pool, whatever, pig house, okay, they will earn emissions. Right? Where do those emissions come from? So the emissions come from platform fees. So people using the Animal Farm platform are generating fees, right? When you the dog token, when you use the dog token, there's fees associated with that. A portion of those fees is going to go to feed the pigs in the pig pen or pig house, whatever it's called. Okay. Also, this 60% number here, which comes from the initial Rev pool, is like a bootstrap, let's say, for that pig pen. So that pig pen is going to be flush in the beginning with a lot of capital that's going to be emitted to anyone holding the pigs token. Okay, the dogs token, for all intents and purposes, is your classical farming token of the platform. So what that means is there will be people farming in other LP pools. Okay, so whatever LPs there are, maybe it's Link, BNB, or BTC or other things, they will be farming this token. Okay, they will be farming this token, the dog token. Then the dog token, what people can do is they can take this dog token and they can stake it by pairing it with something else, and then they can then use that to farm the pig token. Right, so you understand, this LP, like a regular LP, you can't see it on the screen there. Okay, I'll draw it up here. So just a regular LP, people farming a regular LP will be farming this dog token. Okay, and then they'll take the dog token, pair it with something else, and get farm the pig token. Okay, so that's just the general basic mechanics. The most important thing to know is The launch is coming up next week. Okay, February 1st is the date it's supposed to be launching. Okay, so what'll happen is liquidity will get added to the pig token and the dog token. Okay, pre-sale investors will get their tokens delivered to them, and the farming will start. All right. My expectation of the launch is that you're gonna have the liquidity added here. Okay, say this is a graph. Okay, let's say the starting price is here. My expectation is it's gonna shoot up like this, and it's gonna come down pretty hard, and then it's going to kind of stabilize, and then go up like this. Hopefully, okay? But in that first day, I think you're probably looking at something like this, okay? Why? Okay, simple. Bots and people buying in early. So for both these tokens, this is my expectation. It's going to go up and it's going to go down, okay? And then it's going to go up and up. This is how all tokens look at the start because of bots. There's going to be anti-bot from what I understand. I don't know what it is, but here's the reality. No anti-bot ever works perfectly, okay? So my advice... or again, let me take that back. I don't give advice, okay? I'm also not going to tell you what my strategy is because that's my business. You have to formulate your own strategy, okay? But you have two options here, okay? If you're already holding Rev, well, you can enter the post launch and you can see how the price action is, and you can decide you're going to hold your dogs, you're going to hold your pigs, you're going to sell it or whatever, okay? If you're not, you have two options. You can either try your luck and buy this right at launch. Hopefully you get it for cheap, and you get in a good price, and then you're off to the races. Or if you don't have the means to get in cheap, you're not confident in your sniping abilities, please wait for the price to dip and then decide to enter. Okay, the last thing you want to do is buy right at the top here, and now you're screwed. Okay, so and that has nothing to do with how bullish the farm is or how bullish the project. This is just simple risk management. There's going to be bots, right? You don't get wrecked by bots. Okay, if you want to be a participant in the ecosystem, you want to enter into the ecosystem in a healthy manner. Okay, you don't want to be upset or at a loss the second you enter because you bought too high. Okay, so if you don't know what you're doing, just be careful. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's basically what's going to happen. I think anybody that knows Forex Shark is pretty bullish on the farm. He's going to have multiple audits in place. Obviously that doesn't mean much. Things can still happen even though a dev is still legit. Bad actors can still target farms. Things can happen, right? We've seen bigger projects get in trouble, so you always got to be cautious with what you're doing. Me personally, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be looking to probably farm, right, with some regular LP, and I'm going to see how the price action goes. But overall, I'm super bullish on this. If again, like Rev, if it's not really fair to look at the chart now because he's pulled the liquidity, so the price has dropped to $13. But if you look at the Rev token, you're seeing this thing started at like $30 and ended up at $260. If you guys look at Drip, which is another project that Forex had, token was as low as $6. Right now, as of today, last I saw, was at $180. So Forex Shark, he's a good developer. He has a good track record. Again, be cautious. Only invest what you can afford to lose. This is crypto. This is the Wild West. Anything can happen. So I'm going to be watching for the launch of this farm. I think it's a good one to keep an eye on, especially in the downturn like this. You want to be looking for these gems. Like I said, guys, look, if you want the quickest access to information like this, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Telegram. That is where I'm going to be posting things the quickest. That's where I post reviews. I post gems that I find typically on a daily basis. Right now, NFTs are very hot, so I'm posting a lot about NFT projects that are coming out. Again, like I said, if you were following me on Twitter, you could have hopped in on Azuki's really early. Me and my boys, we hopped in on that at mint around 1 ETH, and now the price is around 6.6 ETH. So you do the math. I'm here to give you the alpha. At the end of the day, you decide what you want to do. But if you like the video, consider following me on Twitter, follow me on Telegram, and yeah, that's it. All right, I'll see you in the animal farm.